Okay, and rolling. So, hello everyone, Eris here. I really wanted to do, because as I'm actually posting more and more videos, I really wanted to do an April Fool's prank. So that, well, just to get followers or whatever. And I couldn't think of one, right? And so I even asked my parents for one. So here's an April Fool's prank that I did last year when I first moved out here with my sister, right? So I just sent her this video, no explanation.
Cairo, my passwords are, all of them are Yahoo's, lowercase YAHOO 739. I've changed all of my passwords to that. If it says it's incorrect, all you have to do is add an exclamation point at the end. And happy April Fool's Day.
Okay, so that should be good. All right, so that's the video that I did for April Fool's for my sister. So I'm trying to think of one to do for my channel. And I thought, actually, the far more interesting one, the far more interesting video would be to tell you why the issue that I have with pranks and why I've never been the guy in my friend group to do pranks, to pull jokes on people, whatever. And I don't know whether you can tell, but it's already starting to make me a little bit uncomfortable. And that's because I haven't spent a lot of my life sort of dealing with, I don't want to say it's trauma, but like just dealing with the different feelings that I had. Okay, so let me explain. All right, so my parents are separated, as many of you know, and they separated when I was young, when I was 3, when I had just turned 3. It was in March of 1994, and they separated. I think it was 1994, right? Yeah, because I was definitely 3. And so they separated. It wasn't. I don't really have any sort of bad memories about them fighting or anything. I just remember I would always be crying every time sort of my dad would leave, or I would be dropped off with my mom, and whenever we were together, because my mom loves taking photos, and my dad also a bit, but my mom loves taking photos. It's part of the reason for their divorce, actually, but I'm not going to explain their whole relationship, but my mom loves taking photos, right? And so I would always want to, and she does photography as well, family portraits. And so anytime that we would get together, even if my mom was just dropping me off at my dad's, I would always say, okay, family portrait. And so then we would all sit together wherever we were. And there were times when when one of them would just be too busy or whatever, wouldn't be able to do it. Anyway, so I don't know exactly when it started, because my mom doesn't even really like to talk about it. But so my parents, I guess it was really my mom's idea, and then my dad is the one who continued it. So they had this April Fool's prank, where on April Fool's, we would get together, and they would say, we're gonna get back together, and I would be so happy, right? So the first time, I'm absolutely thrilled, and so this is what I wanted to show you. So this is a drawing that I brought 2 drawings to France with me. Well, I brought other artwork, but of the drawings that I did from this period, these are the only 2 that I could find. So the last time I went back to the US, I brought these. And so this is, it's a movie poster that I made. So it says, The Lawrences, better and back. I guess it's supposed to be back and better, better than before or whatever. And then you've got my dad here, and then my mom there, and then me as a kid. And I'd even, because I was a huge Titanic fan, and so I've got Leonardo DiCaprio, he's gonna play my dad. I've got Jennifer Lopez to play my mom. And smart guy, Taj Mowry, hopefully you know who that is, and it's spelled with an H. There's obviously Leonardo isn't spelled that way, but, where is it? No, definitely not DiCaprio. So anyway, so yeah, so then in your home theater, June 1996. So that was the first time that they had done it. So they had been divorced for a couple of years, and April 1st, 1996. I'm pretty sure that was the first time. They sit me down. We're having breakfast. My dad was dropping me off. I think it was like a weekend, or there wasn't school for some reason. So my dad was dropping me off for the day. I don't remember. Maybe someone had to work. I don't remember. But anyway, the three of us are there and we're having breakfast. And my mom says there's something I want to talk to you about. And I feel like I had already sort of seen it coming. I mean, they're getting back together. Because they had been spending time together and stuff more than they had immediately after the divorce. And so, and also because, yeah. Well, also because my mom and dad both, well, that's all. But anyway, so my mom's boyfriend went to jail, and so then she was available, and so she started hanging out with my dad again. And so I started to wonder, like, are they going to get together? And then they tell me that they are. And I remember, I think I wanted to make like a big spectacle of how happy I was that this was happening. And so, but I just ended up upsetting them because I threw my cereal on the ground because I guess I had seen that in movies or something. And they're like, what the hell, you don't want us to get back together, what? And I was like, no, this is like the best day of my life, this is the best day of my life, this is the best day of my life. And we lost the video of that because they recorded it, but we lost the video when we lost some computers. So anyway, and then it was just me and my dad the next morning, and he says, hey, and I think because first he was trying to say that they had like changed their mind, so I was like, no, and I was trying to convince him, and he was like, no, actually it was just like a joke. And I was devastated. I didn't go to school for a week, and my mom explained it was to teach me to, you know, have a sense of humor and be tough and stuff. Which I appreciate because, you know, I think that's where I get a lot of my sense of humor, because I do tease people a lot, and people think I'm like trying to hurt them or something, but no, it's just kind of what I grew up with, you know. Yeah, and so then the second time, and it felt like they did this every year, but this may have been the only time that they actually, the only two times that they did this. So then here's the other movie poster I made. So the Lawrence family 2, and at this point my dad had gained some weight, coming soon, and then I'm saying thank you. That one though, they told me the same day, so they had the conversation like at lunch or something. I think how did we do it? We went to meet my dad at his job or something while he was at lunch. They did their little joke, and then. But I still believed it. So I think they expected me to know that it was a joke this time, and so they tell me at lunch, right? Maybe even because my dad says that he had wanted to. So anyway, so they tell me this thing. I'm excited. I tell the waiter. I start drawing this. I think immediately. I think this is the one I start drawing immediately in the restaurant. I tell the waiter, I'm like, hey, can I get a colored pencil and a piece of paper? And my parents, they let me draw it and everything. And I think they might have told the waiter that it like wasn't real, because, or maybe this is a false memory, but like I remember him looking at me, just not enjoying the moment as much as he was supposed to. Anyway, and so then it was just me and my mom that night at dinner, and she tells me, we got you again. I swear they must have done it 3 or 4 times. That time, I did go back to school, but they let me leave early a few times when I was like crying in class and stuff. Because it was a real roller coaster, and it just really, because family, even now, well, I don't know whether I could say family was so important to me, but like my best friend, he had like the perfect family and stuff, and I've always had so many family problems. And so, yeah. So I think that I just really wanted to have sort of a family of 2 people who love each other and stay together. And so that's why, and I wouldn't say I was bullied, but you know, I feel like even my best friend would make fun of me a lot for sort of coming from a broken home. And so it was sort of a dream come true when they told me they didn't get back together. And then I wasn't thinking, oh, my parents are making another joke the next time. I think it was like the next year or 2 years later. But I swear they did it more than two. But anyway, so I just wanted to share that with you guys. Wish you a happy April Fool's Day. And please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more sort of stories about my difficult upbringing. And I don't want to say that that's why I live in a tent, because I don't think it's any one reason, but I definitely think that my parents sort of utterly breaking my heart and stepping on me like dog shit did influence how I developed, if I have to sort of be honest with myself. I do love them, and they were amazing and stuff, and you know, but anyway, yeah. All right, so thanks so much, everybody. Bye.